What's going on, guys? It's your boy Gamer Viper here, and I'm playing right now 2K18. Real small review here because I'm pissed. I don't really like doing videos on YouTube, but I'm trying, so be patient with me if you even care to watch my videos. Okay, so I've been waiting. Like everyone else, we all waiting for the 2K19 game, right? We all know that the things we want, like the GMO and everything, we're not getting. And 2K just too fucking lazy to give us what we really want and ask for. So, that being said, okay, they put in way too much focus on Showcase. With the Daniel Bryan, great guy. I like his story and all, but I just don't care for it, okay? They put way too much hype into this man's story, and they forget that you got a whole other, game modes that you're not really promoting. You got the Daniel Bryan Showcase, and then you got the Tower bullcrap mode for credit players, which another thing they're not really promoting either. They talked about it probably like once, twice. Wasn't really exciting, so people just don't care for it. The two things that people care to know more about is my player, which we know every year is horrible, and in my opinion, I would rather them just take the whole damn thing out of the game and put all the content from that into universe mode, because that's what we put all our time into, but they're not talking about universe mode. They're just talking about the same thing we hear every year. Who they adding? Don't care. It's like, take all these people out, man. I'm sorry, but it's just. It was great when you did it, the 2 years of bringing all these whole individuals from the past back into the video game, but there's no specialness to them in the game. Like, I will play them and I don't feel special at all. It's like playing the regular superstars in the game, There's nothing special about them. So it's like, we don't really need to keep having all these damn wrestlers from the past. And it just doesn't really do much, It's just boring, But that's just me. So what do I know, right? Maybe other people may have, I see people online play with their creative player mode and playing with the old past superstars. I don't see them playing with Edge and all them. They might put them in the universe mode. But every single person I see online, they playing with their own credit player. They're not playing as any of these extra superstars that got added into these games, these 2-year games. So I just think that they need to take all that crap out, and just focus more on my player for those people who care about their own journey and universe mode, which they don't really, 2K don't really bother to put enough energy into, and they just don't care, and that's the problem. And this year, it looks like it may be going downhill really bad, because they haven't really been doing a whole lot of promotion compared to all the other years. Like, they was really banking on making money off of the wrestling games, but it just tells me that they don't really have that much high hopes for this 2K19. I don't know if they even getting a lot of people pre-ordering it, to be honest with you. The community of wrestlers, fans, are very small. They really are. These games don't make a ton of money whatsoever. 2K is not going to put 100% into these games, because it's not bringing in money like NBA 2K or football, whatever like that. Like, this is wrestling, so they're not gonna put the 200% into this game. It's just enough, like, you know what, just keep all this stuff from last year and just add this and that's it. They're not gonna make the graphics look any. They make certain people look a little bit more cleaner, but it's not gonna be great. Well, I got a lot of problems with 2K period when it comes to wrestling games, and I'm a fan of wrestling, so for those who think that I'm just shitting all over this game, oh well, that's your opinion, but I see a lot of people, they kind of don't talk about that, the main little details in the game that I tend to care about. And it's not just about the gameplay, it's about the little small details, like the blood can be better. I don't like this splat, it makes no sense. It looks stupid. I should be leaking blood when you bleed. You know, you can't make a game PG, but yet in reality, when they bust each other up from a pay-per-view or a regular show, whether it's by mistake or not, you got them bleeding all over the fucking place, and it's all over the ring, all over the outside of the ring. So the fact that you can't put that in the game, it just shows you that you're being fucking lazy. Also, another thing that I have a problem with is that the stamina should be very low depending on your match. I know in 2K19 they only changing that to where you're playing as your player, your creative player, where your stamina will not be fulling up all the way 100% every time, which is very stupid to me that they only gonna put that on that mode and not universe mode, because I think that should be through the whole game. Like whether universe mode, my player, whatever, it should be through that whole other modes as well, but mostly universe mode because it's where we spend most of our time at. To have it on my player mode is just very retarded, and it goes to show you that they're not that smart when they doing stupid things. Also, you know, the sweat could be a little bit more better. I mean, I remember, I'm trying to remember, it was SmackDown or something. Like when they sweat, like really sweat, it should have like I don't know, man. Like when you're going through a match, you should really see how, like, I mean, we see how they sweat in 2K17 and 18, man. It just looks like a bunch of oil going down their body. It just doesn't really look like sweat, and it just like they just kind of pasted it on there. I want to see how, you know, how they do NBA games. You know how they make they stars sweat and everything, and they look great. By the way, they look very good. When you see the NBAs, they look like they really sweating, but they don't put that same energy on none of these wrestling games. And like I said, laziness, they just don't care for it that much, and they don't really put a lot of passion into these wrestling games. And you can tell because look what they do with the commentary. They paste things from the old games and add a little bit of commentary, and I wouldn't have no problem with that. But my problem is that they should have commentary talking to the whole match like they would in NBA. You know how NBA, it feels like really someone's really like calling the basketball event, you know, and it's not patched in. They literally having conversations. They literally like calling, oh my god, he did this. And when something like a crazy dunk comes up, you know, among you or whatever, or you about to do a crazy dunk, man, they get amped up on NBA 2K. So the fact that pisses me off is that they don't ever do that with WWE. You do your finishing move, man, it should be going crazy. It should be a big pop. It should be round up. I don't like the fact that the crowd is always like, when you're coming out, okay, when you're coming out in your entrance, they should have people sitting down. When your music hits, that's when they get up. You know what I mean? That's when they get up and You know, and the boos should be really loud. Like if I'm like a bad guy and I'm coming out, that boo should be strong. You know what I mean? And if it's like a John Cena and the fans or The Rock, they should go ballistic. Like you should make the fans be way louder than the commentary at times when, you know, when you're really doing your job or being one of the best in the ring. You know, I feel like that should be a little more stronger. And like when you're, here's another thing that I got a problem with, and it's only small little cutscenes that actually do it. Every single cutscene should give you choices. Every single one. I don't care how small it is. You should have the ability to control your wrestler in universe mode. In the sense of when a cutscene comes, it should ask you what you want to do, and you can choose how you want to perceive, you know, the cutscene. You know, and I think that would make the game a lot more better as well. Instead of having it to where you can only shake hands, and you could choose whether you can blow them or shake hands. I mean, to me, that's very stupid. It's weak. I mean, there's a lot more I could really rant about this 2K19 that we're not gonna get. All these details that I care about. I just think this year, you know, I told people this is the first time I put $100 on a fucking video game, and I don't care what comes with it. The game is just not going to be satisfying because we know we're going to get 2K17, 2K18 mixed into one, and is, you know, they're not promoting it well this year, and it's almost like they gave it up. They like, man, you know, this game is not going to be the shit. We're not making a lot of money off of this game, so they just keep patching shit into each other. Commentary is not going to change. They're not going to make it to NBA 2K where they literally just talking through the whole match without having a pause. You could tell when they just kind of patching in everything in 2K17, 2K18. We know that promo and universe mode is not going to be voice acted. And that's okay with me if they're not going to do it again this year. But at least make everybody from a John Cena, The Rock, whoever it is, have their own promo. So that's what I want to see. You know what I mean?